So, hey everyone, it's John Ross here with IGA, and we're going to be talking to Jennifer and Tim Bosma, my good friends out in Fort Bragg, California, one of our IGA Global Retailers of the Year. And so excited to have you guys on this little show. Usually we're able to sit across and have dinner or share a cup of coffee, but we're doing it from thousands of miles away. But I appreciate you're doing it this way in any way. So hey, this is so that people can get an understanding of how you guys go to market and how cool your store is. Your stores, you actually have two, right? One in Mendocino as well. But I think to begin with, I'd just like to ask, how did you guys first get into the grocery business?
So my dad started this store 40 years ago. Uh, I grew up in this store. I rode my bike in the shell of the building as it was being built. My first job here was doing the salad bar when I was 13 years old. And I did a lot of jobs here. And then I moved away from this town because, as we all know, rural, small towns and teenagers don't mix well, and said, I'm not coming back. But back we came, and I brought my husband with me.
She found me.
Yeah. And then, and he started working here first, and I stayed home with the kids, and then I joined when the kids got old enough.
Well, your dad's been a fixture in the grocery industry for forever, and wish you my best when you get a chance to see him. But the store is really the two of you. I mean, you are leaders in every possible way, and you've made a lot of changes in the store over the years.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's going through I'd say, and that was a nice influence with Jennifer. She's working with a B certification, working with all of our green initiatives. We've had a volunteer program trying to reduce the amount of waste that the store produces, and then the entire running with energy efficiencies. So we've gone and installing the solar panels into a historic village, which was a challenge unto itself. So a lot of stuff.
Well, with the energy costs in California and growing energy costs everywhere, those decisions may look smart today, but at the time, you're making a pretty heavy capital investments and making the store more energy efficient and more sustainable in every possible way. I'd had to take some courage to make those choices.
Yeah. I mean, it covers maybe 10% of our energy. But then we look at it and it covers enough to power 10 homes.
Yeah.
So we're reducing our energy level by enough to power 10 homes every year.
And some of the things like the replacement of our main cooling system,
Right.
while it is an expense, it was an extraordinary expense. It was also one of those things we're looking at where most of the decisions that we try to make are long-term decisions. It's I guess that's one of the benefits of being, your own boss, is you can make the decision of what do we want to do, and short-term gain, long-term loss is not part of that mathematic. We don't need to do that. We need to make those long-term decisions. Uh, Being in the small community, being part of people that you get to work with for now some 40 plus years, you really understand that the idea is there's a lot of extended family where we live, who we work with, and who we interact with every single day. So that's a big driving force for the store.
Things like the improving the coolers and the solar panels and on the energy efficiency in the box, those are not things the average customers are going to notice when they walk through the door, but they will notice that your stores are absolutely different from a chain store like a Kroger or for other independents. I mean, you've got a scratch deli. You're making incredibly fresh and nutritious food all through the store. The bakery items are spectacular. I mean, that commitment to do more than you need in order to serve the community and to continue to improve every single day. How do you wake up in the morning and keep that momentum going?
I think some of it is allowing our employees to make decisions and take the pride and the win when it's great. And yeah, there are going to be missteps, but when the employees feel like you believe in them and give them the opportunity to prove themselves, that's what happens in the deli. That's what happens in the bakery. There's so much pride behind every recipe that they come up with.
Well, there's innovation everywhere in your store, every corner that I walk down, every from the cheese orphans to your new private label wine.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I got a chance to sample at the NRIB meeting. It was great. It was really incredible. Continuous, drive to find something new and creative. That's a culture in the store. You can feel it when you talk to the associates. But that's not easy to foster.
Long term, I mean, that's the entire thing of we really have to practice what we preach. So we have profit sharing with our staff. We have involvement with the staff as far as, discussing what we'd like to do next. It is a very open door policy as far as going up into the office and being able to talk with us, but also us being available on the floor. Also, sometimes the innovation doesn't even have to come necessarily from us or the staff. I think that one of the things that we do really well, and I can't understand if anybody would not get this sort of an ideal, is if the customers want something, we try to give the customers what they want. So we have, a feedback board where, a customer can just leave notes for us about whatever they want, or they can contact us directly, or they can talk with our staff and say, hey, I'd really like to see this. And the thought process is pretty simple. If somebody's willing to talk to us about it, there's probably at least, a dozen other people who feel exactly the same way, and another, 100 people who haven't discovered that yet, but would probably feel the same way once that's incorporated into the store. So innovation sometimes doesn't even have to come from inside. It can come completely from outside.
It's so fun to walk the store and to see the people interacting with the shoppers and see the delight on people's faces, and the quality of the product is incredible. And the range, you've got a really wide range. Now, your store serves a very diverse community. You've got, commodity low-end product, and you've got high-end stuff too. How do you manage a store with such a huge range of incomes and such a diverse population?
I think a lot of it comes down to, movement reports and, and listening to our customers, trying to meet them where they are. We can hear and feel the pinch of rising grocery costs. So we're doing everything we can to be efficient and lower them. We joined Infra in 2021, and they have an amazing ad program.
Yeah.
And just recognizing that our customers are our raison d'etre, and that without them, we're not here. So listening to them and having them drive the product categories is really what we do. And go to really cool food shows that have lots of amazing new products that we try. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we try.
But we can pivot.
Yeah.
I think that's really, I enjoy that, especially, although, bringing up the word never wants to be heard again, but during COVID, the amount of maneuverability that we had as being a smaller store, and just when something would come up, being able to maneuver, and it wasn't easy, but being able to maneuver so that we could adjust quickly. And I think that mentality of, it's going to be a challenging day, but what can we do? And we're going to make it work, just kind of held over so that, we've got such great staff, and they look at something and they're like, how can we make that work? Rather than, no, we can't do that. I don't hear a lot of, we can't do that. And a lot more of, let's see, let's try it. Let's see if it works. Who knows?
This past weekend, we served fried bologna sandwiches at our barbecue with crushed barbecue potato chips on it. And it was delicious, but let's try it.
I'm sure you had a huge crowd. I probably would have been for the regular barbecue on the in a different line. More power to your fried bologna.
Don't knock it, man.
Yeah, well,
Just
my wife accuses me of having the attitude that like I'm still stuck in adolescence, so probably I would like it. So I know community outreach is not just something you talk about; it's what you do, and your associates do it too. I mean, you've got people doing all kinds of crazy things all the time. Talk to me about how you motivate them and how you create the environment for that, because it's really exciting.
So Tim and I are both part of Rotary. He's been there longer than me, but we both give a lot of time to Rotary and various service projects within our community, from roadside cleanup to shucking corn at the world's largest salmon barbecue. We did that this weekend. But we also have created a volunteer program for our employees. And when they volunteer, they can fill out a form that they turn into the upstairs office, and they're rewarded for the number of hours that they volunteer in the community with a gift card and a volunteer luncheon. And then we do quarterly drawings for anybody that's turned in hours, and they can win another gift card. And
they can even donate the gift card if they want to. So
yeah.
it's pretty nice.
So we're rewarding reading to your child's classroom, coaching t-ball teams,
beach cleanup. We've had people with training classes, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. And so it's basically, if you put time in, for a nonprofit, it should be recognized. Yeah. So, and this week we put in
a lot of hours.
We put in a lot of hours. We're covered. We're covered for a little bit.
Yeah.
This was the world's largest salmon barbecue. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
So is that the world's largest salmon, or is the largest number of salmon barbecued?
It's supposedly the largest number of people eating salmon.
Got it.
Sit down in a barbecue. But we could just
it's like 2,500 to 2,800 people that are served.
Get a big salmon and then just take that one too.
Yeah.
Just one enormous salmon, and that could,
just one giant Paleolithic salmon out there, just ready to.
And all the money raised goes to the Salmon Restoration Association, who are restoring natural habitats for salmon to come back and spawn.
Yeah.
If I go visit a store and we talk about community, and they'll say, yeah, we give back to the community and we help the church and help the rest of it. But you've come up with an innovative system. And I think it's kind of like a great example of creativity, the way you play. Can you explain how you do your community board and the tokens? Explain how all of that works.
Absolutely. So anytime a customer brings in a reusable bag and doesn't use one of ours, we give them a token that is worth 10 cents. And we have created a token box with 4 charities in it, and they are the same 4 charities all the time, and they reach the most amount of people with need. It's our local food bank, our local senior center, and education, and also the Mendocino Coast Children's Fund, who helps hundreds of families all up and down the coastline feed and clothe their children and make sure they have the essentials for school. So those get you do them. How much a month now are we at?
So we're doing probably about $2,000 to $3,000 a month in donations. Actually, we also have at the check stands every month we rotate out so that some other organization has a chance to be able to get some of the donations that are we're collecting, and so. We are up to $475,000
since 2014.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's so clever because you've turned a common request that small businesses get all the time. Hey, can you help my ball team? Whatever. You've turned it into a system, and you're allowing people to different charities to rotate in, and so they're local in a way that's intensely a part of your community, the way you go to market, which is actually brilliant. And so it's not a no, it's a we'll get you into this thing, and then it's kind of gamification for the shopper because they get to go put the token up into the box. It's a very clever way, and to me, it's kind of symptomatic's the wrong word. It's kind of an example of the creativity that if other people who watch this video, if they could go visit your store and walk aisle by aisle and seeing the way that you approach it, they'd go, I hear what John is talking about. It's no wonder these guys are leaders in the industry and award winners this year. Let me congratulate you both. An incredible work that you do there. I can't wait to see you on stage in Atlanta at our big 100-year rally and to celebrate with you physically. And I think everyone else is going to love this video and the B-roll footage that will show of your store. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people asking how you do what you do. So thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate that. It's 20 years that I came back to working. She's got more experience. So she has seniority. So that's why she gets to talk all the time. So, but maybe we should cut that part. But anyways, I know we've done a lot. It's a challenge, but I mean that we've gotten through together, and I think really feel like there's some incredible things that we've been able to do for our family, for our extended family, and for the people around us. Yeah. That's been probably the most rewarding thing, is being able to feel like we have been a positive influence where we live.